Yeah. Well, let's see what good things going on today. So, welcome everybody. Today is April 9th, 2024. It is our regular Commissioners Court meeting for Karnes County. We do have a form present. Let's stand for our prayer and meditation.
Father, we thank you today for every day. We're very thankful for the rain you've given us. We ask that you be with all those that struggle with some type of mental thinking of what they should or should not do. We ask that you guide them so they can seek the help they need. We ask you to be with all our first responders. They go about do their work and all of their.
Pledge allegiance to the flag. Okay, item number 5 this morning is citizens speak heard. Do we have any citizens signed up to speak out?
Yes, John O'Brien.
John O'Brien.
Good morning, Judge, distinguished guests. My name's Sean O'Brien, longtime citizen of Karnes County. Longtime contractor. Oh,
Yeah.
there we go. Okay. I'm here in support of agenda item number 10, or getting the ball rolling to eventually hire an architectural firm and or engineers to assess the courthouse, the county courthouse. Even though Renee Montalvo has done an excellent job of general maintenance, there's some major issues happening. I don't know if you're all aware of it, but there's water sanitation coming in, there's roof issues, there's rotting wood, and last but not least is a lot of cracks appearing in the actual brick of the courthouse. It's my opinion, as a longtime contractor, that we need a specialist to assess this issue, find out what the priorities are, and develop a step-by-step plan to address all those issues. I know that Commissioner O'Donnell report back when we got the courthouse restored, and I think Sue Butler's here, Sue Carter. She was instrumental also with the Karnes County Historical Commission and getting everything arranged with the Texas Historical Commission to get the grants and everything that we needed to get that courthouse restored. At that time, we entered into a contract with the Texas Historical Commission. So it's our responsibility, it's the court's responsibility, the judge's responsibility to make sure that that courthouse is maintained in accordance with the Texas Historical Commission guidelines. And by the way, I don't know if there's any future commissioners or judges in the audience, but it's going to be your responsibility also, because this is a long-term contract. It doesn't end next year or 2 years from now. I think it's probably goes on to the next 30, 40 years. But anyway, that's beside the point. I appreciate y'all taking this into consideration, and I urge you to vote for that agenda item. Thank you.
Midley Allen, you signed up this morning. None. Item number 6, that's going to be acknowledged National Sexual Awareness, Assault Awareness Prevention Proclamation. Dryden Park Crisis Center, Bob Joe. Rock. You gonna read it, right? Introduce yourself. I am Chambers.
County. I don't know my guy's name. Anyway, I'm on the board.
Every 68 seconds, another person in the United States is sexually assaulted. In Texas, 2 in 5 women and 1 in 5 men are victims of sexual assault. And in fiscal year 2023, the Guiding Hearts Crisis Center with 1,400 services to 452 survivors of sexual violence and provided 124 hospital accompaniments for sexual assault exams. Whereas, according to a study conducted by the Texas Association Against Sexual Assault and the University of Texas at Austin Institute on Domestic Violence and Sexual Assault, approximately 6.3 million Texans have been sexually victimized, where most victims are sexually assaulted by someone they know, and 91% of victims did not report these, whereas it is appropriate to see 20 million victims who have survived sexual assault in the United States, and the efforts of victims, volunteers, and professionals who combat sexual assault, whereas national and community organizations and private sector supporters should be recognized and applauded for their work in promoting awareness about sexual assault, whereas police, forensic workers, and prosecutors should be recognized and commended for their hard work and innovative strategies to increase the percentage of sexual assault cases that result in the prosecution and incarceration of the offender, whereas sexual violence is a persistent and persuasive problem in our society, one that requires attention year-round, and in order to foster healthy communications, all citizens must support the effort to end sexual violence every month of the year, and whereas the national and community organizations, businesses, and the private sector, and the media are urged through national sexual assault awareness of sexual violence and strategies to decrease the incidence of sexual assault.
There. We, the other time, do hereby proclaim the month of April as National Sexual Assault Awareness Prevention Month. Karnes County and all citizens to observe this month by supporting the goals and ideas of victims and those working for awareness and prevention, and by participating in community effort. Beginning of this 9th day of April 2024, a couple of copies will sign and all that, we'll take the pictures here. Thank you. Thank you. I'll get it. Okay, item number 7 this morning is to acknowledge youth awareness proclamation on behalf of Women's Alliance South Texas, the Child Advocacy Center. Michelle King is the development director of Karnes, PAC. Michelle King.
So this is our board full team for Project Alcohol, and we'll be themselves in just a second. So team development director. As that stated, you take coordinator. Family and Leaders Forensic Supervisor. Showing full family editing. This one got married not too long ago, we forgot to give her married dance. So thank you all for being here this morning, and on your blue ribbon for Child Abuse Awareness Month. Children's Alliance South Texas Child Advocacy Center is very proud to serve as the 81st judicial district in 5 counties, and within it, of course, is Karnes. And these ladies help the children and the non-attending parents at their office in Florida in this area. So I would like to share some statistics, Judge, before I allow you to read the proclamation for me if you don't mind. So in the fiscal year 2023, we provided 439 forensic interviews. So the children going into a police station to share what's happened to them, they come to one of our child-friendly centers and work with one of our professionally trained forensic interviewers to share what has happened. And that testimony can be used for persecution of perpetrators. We have had 32 sexual assault nursing exams, 1,653 hours of child therapy sessions, 455 hours of adult therapy. We currently have 115 children on the waiting list for therapy because of the need to hire more therapists. That's what we're working on getting for that. All services are provided completely free to the children and their non-offending parents, and this for a lifetime. So I thank you for your support. We need to advocate on behalf of the children. This is the tip of the iceberg. Most cases do not go reported for years because of the fear and the shame that the child feels that does not belong to them, but that holds them back. The uncertainty of what's coming. So thank you for supporting us, and thank you for, if you have a chance to go to a recognizing and reporting abuse training, I encourage that because while children's voices do not speak it out, their behaviors often scream, and we need to know what to look for. So as a community, the more aware we are, the more we can act. So I invite you to our recognizing and reporting abuse trainings. Get in contact with the organization, CASCAD, see what we can do to support us through volunteering or through donation.
Okay, child abuse prevention month, whereas more than 600,000 children are abused in the U.S. each year, that's estimated 618,000 children were victims of abuse and neglect in 2021, most recent year in which there is national demand. And whereas in federal fiscal year 2021, 3.9 million reports were made to Child Protective Services and CACs investigated 247,543 cases involving sexual abuse allegations. And whereas child abuse and neglect is a serious problem affecting every segment of our community, finding solutions require input and action from everyone. Whereas our children are our most valuable resource in the state and future of Karnes County and the state of Texas. Where child abuse can have a long-term psychological, emotional, physical effect and have nasty consequences for victims of abuse. And where in Texas, 1 in 6 children would be sexually abused before their 18th birthday. 98% of the perpetrators are someone the victim knows. And whereas protective factors are conditions that reduce or eliminate risk of both social, emotional, and developmental well-being of children. And whereas effective child abuse prevention activities succeed because of the partnership created between child welfare professionals, education, health, community, faith-based organizations, businesses, law enforcement agencies, families. And whereas communities must make every effort to promote programs and activities that create strong and thriving children and families. And whereas we encourage public awareness of child abuse and neglect, recommit county resources to the cause, and promote community involvement with local activity. And whereas we acknowledge that we must work together as communities to increase awareness about child abuse and contribute to promote social and emotional well-being of children and families in a safe and stable and nurturing environment. And whereas prevention remains the best defense for our children and families, now therefore I, County Judge Wade J. Head, claim April 20 Child Abuse Prevention Month in Karnes County, Texas, and we urge all citizens to recognize this month by dedicating ourselves to the task of improving the quality of life of all children and families. Signature repeat the picture.
If you don't mind, I would like to invite anybody who wants to stand with us and show.
Notice our flags, courthouse, and they have got flags right up there. The colony convention was like so. Thank
Anybody else?
Yeah. Chair. I'm here. Chair. Okay, I'm free, open and accept bids made for management services for the Department of Housing. There's multiple programs. Each one is about, please. Later community. That's it. A little bit around where this is the home where if you qualify, you can have a home field, a resident of Karnes County, and as here of that, it's an awful thing, I don't know. Item. But they're around, for the range. Yeah. But I'll move that we go ahead and approve the, bid for management. David got a motion in a second, all in favor, signify by raising your right hand. Those will carry. Item number 9 is to discuss approve disapprove the submission of flood infrastructure fund. I has the abridged application through the Texas Water Development Board. And
Judge, Commissioners, I'm here on behalf of Judy, she couldn't make it, so I'm taking the for that. These are just pre-apps that are due on the 15th through the Texas Water Development Board, for flood mitigation, project and also a flood mitigation, evaluation. So, this is a pre-app, again, due by the 15th. Doucette has been working on the, previous application for the Texas Water Development Board. And so all of these projects, for the 2 projects that we think do the best, are listed, and have already been identified. So there's no match commitment in the county for anything right now. If you are invited to apply for the full application, after the 15th, then there will be a match, and all of that has been outlined. So this is just to go forward with submitting the pre-application that are due on the 15th, you're invited.
said, they, 3 years, we've got some revenue mapping done, it's helped a lot, the moves and fringes, for granted, and I think 2 years ago, Kennedy received the award, like 43 million for them to get the water from the water line from the coast down to Kennedy. So Kennedy got that, we were second at the county. Got all the work on. Hopefully we will be in pricing this.
There are pre-apps that are based on those 2 projects that will probably score the highest to get invited to apply for the pool.
Make a motion to approve item as presented.
Second, that.
Okay, got a motion, several seconds. Jill. I raise the right hand. Thank you.
Thank you.
Item number 10 this morning, discuss, approve, disapprove, publishing request, application, or refuse for professional architectural engineering assessment need for maintenance need for the Orange County Courthouse. This is
Well, this agenda item is about some something done to get, or it can, so we get some prices on, fixing what's, going, architect, engineer, if needed, just to get prices.
The last meeting, you know, there was several discussion about doing this correctly. I believe that's what Judge had asked, our comment that we done. For the record, we followed Casey Abrams' plan. It's a request for proposal for work that we've done on the Karnes County Courthouse. I want to remind everybody back in 2021, this court, except for maybe Mr. Geisler, who wasn't on the court at this time, voted, when Renee Montalvo at that time wanted, it was December 2020. And that Renee Montalvo asked that we go out for bids to do some work on the courthouse. And it was to get, Mr. Heck, I believe, to procure us a grant to do the work. However, they failed in securing the grant. And, but yet the whole court supported this effort. So we, as I said, we followed Casey's, plan, his deal. We, have some citizens on that we've had, to be on the committee to evaluate what we hope to get several bids or several proposals. And this is and it's got a timeline set forward with it as well. So it's a good document. It follows our planning, financial plan, purchasing policy that Mr. Tom Dupnick put together. It follows that as well. And it's been reviewed by legal. And it should, with this plan, if this proposal comes through, we should be able to address all the needs of the Karnes County Courthouse. With that, Judge, thank you.
Yeah, take a look at it, see what, if anything, does need to be done. Talking to Sue Carter earlier, and Sue told me, if they did. And, you know, Fisher and Heck did a good thing, the lead architect is not there anymore. And like Sue said, if you get Fisher and Heck to come in, it's kind of like a student grading their own paper. Fisher and Heck. So, maybe, something to look at, have red eyes on, see if there are back.
So is this gonna be a complete top about kind of assessment of everything? What we're here. He just give us a new starting point, some advice that we're going to be having something that we can start with, to go forward. Yeah.
We have Karnes. We need a Texas Historical Commission. It is when you start the restoration of the courthouse, they help to with ransom. A lot of years between that. But I came out here the other day and I took a look at the courthouse and we have a little stress cracks on the foundation. So yes, it's gonna be from the bottom to the top, a roof issue, the leak issue, the foundation issue, and then we need professional work for the foundation because with all these earthquakes that we've had, I don't know what kind of impact it is there. We need someone to do the preservation team after that to take care of it. So we spend a lot of years of
We really don't need a grant because we have a separate fund set up just for courthouse maintenance, and it's like $4,300,000 thing. So funds are there, whatever. Yeah, look, yeah.
It's something that's definitely needed. Your report, guys, we need to take care of it. We need to obligate it. I think we're item number 10 as presented.
Okay, any more discussion?
I just want to say it's not a question of the court, doesn't agree with us doing it. It's just so we do it correctly, it's a justice.
Yes. Okay, there's a motion and a second, any discussion? If not, all those in favor, signify by raising your right hand. They opposed, motion carried. Item number 11, discuss Karnes County public comment on could allow the public to enter discussion on the agenda item that the public may have comment on. Karnes County Commissioner Court has ruled the quorum, all consent quorum, public will be provided such. If passed, the quorum is in place, conduct will be meeting, the quorum also provides an opportunity for comment. Commissioner.
Commissioners, judge, and public, Mr. Shockney approached me here a while back and asked that I put this on the agenda because he strongly feels that the public is not having a voice to talk to the commissioners as on certain issues. For the record, the 86 legislature passed House Bill 2840, I believe it was, by Hughes and Canales. And at that time, that provided the court, the public, an access to the court, which some say is some use 3 minutes. If you look at our decorum, it says there's 30 minutes for discussion on public comment. And the reason so much is that if there are 10 people show up to talk, everybody gets 3 minutes. So maybe that's where the 3 minutes comes in. Kim Paxton passed he has an attorney general opinion that says that the court, that he from where the court can give a avenue for public to talk, for the public to address the court. He said it could be at the front of the meeting, it could be at the back of the meeting, it could be actually on a certain agenda item. And this is where we're at right now. The court has a decorum, and it offers the opportunity for everybody to speak. Judge Henke gives everybody 3 minutes. And he, as a presiding officer of the court, that is his right. I also would like to see, and this could be another court that's coming in, but it may change again, who knows. But my thing is, I want to give Mr. Shockney a time to give up to come up here and talk and explain his need or what he wants or what he's trying to do. And Judge, with that, I ask that we suspend the rules of our current decorum to allow Mr. Shockney to have maybe full 30 minutes or less, but not 3 minutes.
We're not going to suspend rules. I'll let Mr. Shockney, since it is his agenda item, we'll let him come up and speak on this item since you were sponsoring it. However, we'll be very firm on how we're spoken. That understood this term. You like to see.
Judge, and you are correct. There's certain things that people have to do.
In that Attorney General opinion, which is quoting the Texas Government Code 551.007, it says on or before, and it basically before or during the audience consideration of an item. So that before or during the Attorney General opinion, that's disjunctive, it's not conjunctive, meaning that it's one or the other. So what we have in place is through our procedure, is that we allow people to speak before, at the very beginning. The only other alternative would be that they can do it before an agenda item, but they have to do it. Speak for every single thing. You can choose.
You know, you got the record on the agenda, why they.
It's either before, like we have it, or we switch it off, and you have to read between, or each of them, the public, the attorney general.
When I took office, there were some of you out there that probably watched some commissioner reports and adopting ran, and I didn't feel like that was fair to the public. I didn't feel like it was a good representation of our county. So then into the commissioner's court, and I want this to be run in a professional way. If you have questions, talk to your commissioners. If you can't get a hold of your commissioner, come and talk to them. We do allow folks to have comments. This agenda is published at a minimum of 72 hours prior to the meeting. So there's plenty of time for folks to see that. More often than not, it is published on days. So that's plenty of time for folks to either call their commissioner on the agenda item if they see that question on. And even if it's not something that's on the agenda and we have a concern about something, we still allow 3 minutes prior to the planning board to come up and make that complaint or discuss a problem or question that you have that may need to go on a future agenda. So I've had lots of compliments. One gentleman in particular, and I'd like to, whenever you see me, like to say, Jeff, you know, I've got a really significant problem with you. And I said, absolutely, what is that? He said, well, I don't have anything to read. And we went in there and updated papers and sports around this on so soon. So it does really seem I'm going to protect my commissioners and I'm going to protect the store and protect citizens for and that's what for our commissioner.
Also, some people ask why the court doesn't respond to anybody when they have a public comment. One of the main reasons is if we did respond, we could maybe respond to clarification of some facts that were presented, maybe some numbers or something in the county. But otherwise, we could be a violation of the open meeting.
We're not gonna take her. Is this one common?
Folks, the commissioner's court, the times that we're talking about, I was knee deep in them, and it's a very terrible time. The way the judge he has it right now, it's wonderful. I'm really proud of the court the way we are. We don't argue it. We don't argue anything the way it used to be years back in the teens. Before that, it was to speak their mind, and we had to shut them down like very, very ugly. We would shut them down and ask them to leave sometimes. I mean, it was really an ugly court. I left for 2 years, came back with Judge Hecky. It was wonderful. It's a good court. I back up the way we do it right now. But Jennifer, if I'm not mistaken, I get up in the past, the commissioners court were officers of the court, the judge is the presiding officer here. But when the commissioner recognizes that person can speak, that is an attack. You can check with that. I could be. But I normally don't do that. I'll be honest, I don't do that because the way the court is Judge Hecky is very quiet and very professional, very good. We don't have no bickering, we don't have no. He settles it down.
Tommy, come on up. Give 3 minutes, whatever you can go.
Well, I didn't want to break the rules. Sounded like I was trying to break the rules. You're putting it on there, Shelby. I think, my biggest concern has been us not being able to have dialogue on anything on the agenda. Anytime before, you know, like y'all just said, you don't have to answer. can ask a question, you don't have to answer, even if it's on the agenda. This 3 minutes before, I'd like to see it increased to 5. I'd like it not to be before, I'd like it to be after. That gives us the opportunity to make a comment about what somebody has said up here. I mean, y'all get a poll. We don't. Y'all are more entailed in what's going on and we don't. So, I just feel like I got a boot on my neck. I feel like I've been infringed upon, and that's my feelings. I'm entitled to that. It's the United States of America. So that's where I'm at. Yeah, I have problems with the way some things are done over there. There's no two ways about it. But you know something? I'm just like everybody else out here. I have a right to have my opinion about how things are handled. And what I see going on up there, that, you know, this Open Meetings Act, I appreciate your time.
Okay, any more discussion on item number 11? Item number 12 is to acknowledge the receipt of a grant in the amount of $2,500 to Philip American EMS, Casey of the at the presentation.
Yes, sir, it was. Good morning, Judge and Commissioners. This year we granted $2,500 to the annual grant process to Karnes Phillips. I believe we're the only county entity that applied this year, regardless of the funds we utilize for renovations on our emergency rehab and communications and emergency operations program. It was actually donated by previously Validus Energy. So new air conditioner, additional air conditioner, some other repairs that'll make it.
Very good, thank you, Councilman. Taking care. Item number 13, acknowledge the receipt of an annual EMS trauma fund in the amount of $2,080 used for expenses at the discretion of the EMS chief, no later than 8/31.
Yes, sir. Again, so these are annual funds that are received in. The check is actually issued by Strack, Southwest Secretary Advisory Council. That's passed down through Department of Signal Services. Annual amount, but it's figured based upon transport volumes for the fiscal year prior. For the calculation, you'll lose dollar amount that was. So you have until August 31st to spend those expenses. We plan for that every single year in the budgetary process. The auditor allows us to establish a budget for that. And so it's already set up in this study.
Any discussion for? Okay, thank you. Item number 14 is to discuss act to approve changing the following positions to exempt status effective April 9th, 2024. 1, the Human Resources Director, 2, the Information Technology Director, and 3, Elections Administrator.
Over the meeting, had a couple of them. Lori, like that was not in attendance. These are 3 positions that she, they do qualify for the exempt status. Basically, what that means, they'll be salaried employees, they will no longer accrue comp time, vacation time, or PTO.
Yes, we did have a meeting. It was, maybe 2 months ago. Lori and, our new representative, came down and met with the salary committee and, there were some concerns, with one position specifically. I'm not in favor of moving HR and IT. Just, I don't see the need for moving them to exempt, but I do see for the election and some, not powerful position or the job that's being done. It is, a rule of, time that can get us in trouble.
She does a lot of work.
She does a lot of work, and it's a job that requires her to work nights, overtime, weekends. And it's a very, very important job. Need to make sure that the county stays in compliance with things and, also keeps them in services.
And we don't, even if you qualify as an exempt position, we do not have to make them an exempt position. They would still be able to, you're not doing wrong by keeping them from clocking in and accruing vacation and and PTO.
And moving, whichever position the court, to act on, we're still gonna have those folks, we moved all three to exempt, for the taxpayers and for transparency to the taxpayers, still gonna clock in and still gonna clock out. We're going to have that transparency that the taxpayer can see, just because you're exempt, don't go, it's not the taxpayer. It's taxpayer, operate. That's why. So,
Well, I think if a person goes to the exempt, then really, I feel that they should at least have, some sort of clock, if you're gonna make them clock in, or I think they ought to be they should qualify for the PTO and,
They still will be able to take time off like that, they just have to have their supervisor agree that time off. And you're still gonna be able to allow the time off, it's just, whether you work 1 hour or 100 hours in a week, it's your salary position, it doesn't matter the hours, but they still would qualify to take that time off, they would just have to ask their, which would be Judge Headkey, and I think, or Beth has a committee. She answers. It's the committee, it's the county judge, the county clerk, the tax assessor, and then your two representatives from your parties share. They're the ones that
I want clarification. It's wording out there about this and that. It is myself, the, office, Carol, and Tammy, and then me and,
And Judge Headkey is the one that approves her time sheet. We have to have somebody to approve her time sheet to the table.
like the IT reports to the court, is that correct? And then the HR goes to you or to the
there's lots of liability. HR, HIPAA, disclosure, very. Things that need to be kept back.
I may I ask a question, so like, on the salary, would it be, so like, if the court decides to. If we needed to take off, would it be paid or unpaid?
If you pay Dave, yes, it will pay.
Okay, that's kind of the description of the position.
And looking in and out and accountability, say, yes, I have been at work, and yes, I do my hours. Just protect you and Jimmy and Beth. Yes, we are here. I do need. There are some counties that do that. Some counties that do that. So, but they will, there. It doesn't make any difference, we just,
And I think that we need to move elections to, and the HR.
it's not.
Simultaneous.
This is the three positions that tax said do qualify to be exempt. They don't qualify. They don't give the recommendation one or the other.
Gentlemen, what's y'all's pleasure? Court? Any comments?
The issue was just this, and then this.
I'll second.
Okay, we've got a motion and a second to move the elections administrator to accept the IT and HR.
Before we vote, Judge, may I ask a question? Are there any comp time that this person, the election administrator has, will pay it out?
We'll pay out this pay,
All right, and what is the amount?
probably like 600 hours.
Okay, thank you. I just, so for transparency, like,
That's one of the reasons why, because, I mean, she just comes in a lot with elections and new laws and new machines and everything. She's been a lot of time up here. And so she does qualify as the.
Did face consequences, very specific hour. You get to a certain number of hours of comp time built up that he's. So there's a motion in the second on the table. In favor, signify raise your right hand. Nice vote to carry 55. Item number 15, discuss act approve requiring the exempt positions to clock in and out. For IT, with election yes. The taxpayer is 15. That's 4.
I move that the required, position of election administrator to be ordered to clock in and out of their daily work activity.
Motion and a second, all those in favor, please raise your right hand. Carried. Item number 16, discuss act approve, this is safety RV and air recreation temporary is closed. County Road 389 east and west of Queen Bridge. Please.
Yes, this, item is, honestly, I'm glad we're where I can put it on the agenda. Coon Bridge, it's a very, nostalgic place for a lot of people. However, the bridge has definitely become, I can honestly say it's become, a threat to public safety. It's, if you drive to the bridge, if you were to drive to the bridge today, which currently we've got dirt across the road, we try to limit access down to it. Just because of this issue, we're trying to get to this point. But what we've got going on is, the bridge is, the concrete bridge has got something that's pretty much impossible. It's got a pretty good bow. And, we have a lot of 18-wheelers. I've got pictures of those things that the residents have documented, despite the fact we've got some signage out there. It's not huge, it's not a lot of signs, but it's, the truckers don't have to go down there if they get routed down that with their GPSs and everything. Along the short of it, that bridge, can't withstand that kind of traffic. It's 18-wheelers, sand trucks, water trucks, pretty significant. Plus, there's, and there's need to replace. So, what I'm proposing is, if we is to close the road, basically 500 feet to the west, 2,200 feet to the east, so that we can actually, and instead signing them, we'll have to coordinate with TxDOT, because we'll have to route traffic around this, down County Road 233, down County Road 255, and you guys should have a late breaking route, test that I just sketched up this morning. But I'll have to get with the state and see what they'll allow to put in their right away in terms of the signage to route traffic around that for a period of time. I did identify this particular bridge replacement to TxDOT about a year and a half back. They've been trying to get it on their bridge program because they've got a program that will replace those bridges at 100%. And we do have a plan out there. I've discussed the whole men's club. Know what the ownership out there wants to, would like to see, but those at least that group of them. This is a very hot topic. That's part of the reason we're bringing it to you guys, because there are some people that don't want it. So they want to be able to go down there and continue to fish. They want to be able to go down there and
do that. And it's, at this point, it's just a risk to the county. And keep that road. So what I'm proposing is to temporarily close the road, with the intention that we'll eventually come up with a plan that you guys can approve to reopen it. Bridge. It's gonna take a couple of years to get that done, because it's gonna be a significant, real bridge, be a significant bridge. There's a lot of interest in maintaining some historical significance of the old community. And so, all that can be accomplished with the new bridge, but we're gonna need to do some right-of-way work and TxDOT. And, just so you know, TxDOT did say that, I mean, TxDOT doesn't have this on their list of bridges to check. They keep a list of bridges they check in the county, but they don't have all of them. It's kind of been hiding out. I've let them know about this. In fact, we're taking action, it's gonna actually help them. List of structures that they can help. And so, that's the start of the process, but that's what I'm proposing, and it really does need to be done in the interest of the public.
Judge, may I ask a question?
2 years? 2 years to shut that down?
It's gonna be a long-term closure of that section, yes. And the reason is because it takes, unless you guys want to fund that kind of construction yourself, which we could, but unless that's something you all need to do, it takes a process. We've been working the Walker Housing for about 8 months. And we're working on Northern Kendall 230, and we haven't gotten the advanced funding hearings back from Texas. So, well, it is, but my point to you is that if we're going to, right now, there's been no interest in funding this with our local money. Certainly something we've got the funds to do, but we have to go ahead and go through developing schematic designs and then looking at structures, getting that design, hiring a contractor, which is all that's very doable on our part. But at the same point in time, 100% doing things 100% with 100% funding from textiles, how do we bring some money? So it's up to you guys, but at the very least, we have to go ahead and make that road safe, the best way we can go out until we can get a long-term plan.
So, is it not safe for regular traffic or just for 18 traffic?
It's, in my opinion, it's not safe for any vehicle. 18-wheelers present the biggest risk to it, but every time it floods out there, we end up going out and closing the road down anyway. Because the southeast side of the bridge regularly washes out. We have to go back in there and put stuff in there. Quite frankly, eventually a big flood's gonna come through there and it's gonna completely top the bridges. So it's not safe. Anybody that can drive down there would get into it. Frankly, if the textile went out there and did it, they were to expect it, and they would close it.
Is that property owned by one family?
There are several groups of the same family, it's the Lutzes primarily that are around there. And I've had discussions with Jonathan Lutz and then a couple of the other brothers in there. So yes.
And so how do you plan to close it?
What we're gonna do is, if you look on that map that you've got, 500 feet right up there, if you've got 500 feet on the west side, then there's a driveway that somebody can utilize to turn around at that point. And, on the other side, the top of the hill, where I'm showing closing, there's another driveway there that provides a local landowner access to his house, his property. And, at that point, the only people who would need access to that middle area, because we would put a detour around them, would be property that depend on grass.
And also the ones that like easier to cut across.
Yes, sir.
My question is, how are you gonna close it?
How are the 18 here? I mean, you're gonna have to put a barrier at
Yes, sir.
Highway 123, that state Highway 123, you're gonna
No, sir.
Where the 18 meters? They said they hit out there by GPS. Where's the 18 meter gonna turn around 500 feet west of
The map that you can see in shows detour routes. And so what we'll do is we'll set up a detour route, standard traffic sign that will route those people. We'll say County Road 3, and I'm gonna have to get the text out because we're coming, going into their right of way. Look for them to design that detour. We'll put it in place. It's a standard process that we do, and then they'll route around that particular closed section. We'll close it closer to the bridge, maybe to allow for local access and to allow people to have the ability to turn around if the door all of a sudden.
Well, I guess what I'm asking is, where you dirt there from sign?
Yes,
Well, like on a gate, exactly, is that thing where we can make sure that a commissioner, as I do sometimes, drive around and dirt and go in and do there and check it out. Commissioner, to close that road completely till you, if you, that's unsafe, we need to stop all traffic through there.
that's correct. And Commissioner, what I intend to do is we're gonna go ahead and leave the dirt there, we may pile up a little bit higher, but then we're gonna leave local access for landowners if they can go through a gate. So when you get to a lock gate that only certain people will have access to, so they can get to their
So
property.
you want to have a gate?
Yes, sir, we will have a gate. So much of the distance? Right, it's because once you get down into that section, the east side, there's very limited room to turn around in, they didn't get much deeper, there's a lot of water going down through there. That's just the safest place for me to go ahead and block it off and restrict access to that area to basically make sure that, if somebody does get into the parts that if somebody does go past the signs that are gonna be there, then at that point in time, they'll be able to have a place to turn around and stay. That's correct.
I just get you. So,
Some of, they live in farming. Well, where I propose the enclosures at, people will be able to get to their residences. We won't be cutting people off at residences, making them. The primary thing is they utilize a lot of that area for, farming, so that's what they would be able to use, but utilize the gate. It's not uncommon at all, and it's not an uncommon way of doing things in practices.
There's also, there's pictures of, factory trucks.
Have you seen that?
And stuff, so
No, sir. This has more to do with the safety of the road than it does with the civil authority. I don't know,
the bridge.
I'll be happy to talk to you, Secretary. I think at this point in time, unless you, in terms of replacing the bridge, at least on the local suggestion, but from my standpoint, there are two options. You do the local funds, X-dot bridge, or you close the road altogether. All
we just visited this bridge in the past couple of times, and I don't know, the people we visited this bridge about the president and talked about the county. And it was super expensive because of the angle that it's at, and it was gonna have to be a really big, great bridge. I don't what I had something around it. I remember it was too expensive for the county and have it back. My opinion only in this one is important. It's you consider the content of this parcel county road because the bridge is dangerous and it could cause the death of, okay. As a member of the board, I would like to see something maybe written from, like, you're an engineer and you have to something, or would you have somebody and they bring it to us that it is a liability on the county, I would close it. I don't have a problem with it, but if it could be something in writing that's presented to the court, it would give us a lot better standing ground to go ahead and close that road, because when we have closed it before in the past, we closed it one time, I think it was a few weeks, because the road was so bad and we were hauling it all up, so we had to close it maybe 15, 20 years, we can't remember. I was getting called every day and the county. But, so I know that there's gonna be a lot of calls coming to court. Sure. But if we have something solid to stand on, I think we can go to.
Commissioner, the intention was that this item is your notice from me that it is unsafe. I'll be happy to put it in writing, but it is unsafe. I'm the PD, I can make that call. And,
You can, like I said, you can, like,
All of them, to the Tennessee. They,
just something like that, so we have a basis. For everything. Really, why would we?
I have no problem doing that, but I would like consideration of proof that I have no problem giving you that. But what I'm telling you is that this is your PE, your professional engineer that you have hired, telling you it's unsafe. And we need to take action. I need to get people out there to put the bridge, the gate in place. I need to go ahead and verify this, so we just, begin work on the beach. I'll be glad to provide that.
I've got some personal time with my grandfather, not over 50, 1956.
But, Jennifer, I have a legal question to ask you. Being that he is our engineer, he is the person that the county hired, he is the person to go to, he, none of us is an engineer. So I trust him, he's done a good job for the county, but where does that put us in a place to where he's presenting it to us today on an agenda item in public, social media, that it is a danger to the county? If we don't go with or follow his recommendations, being that he's our engineer, where does that place commissioners in the county?
He is a professional engineer, so he is giving his professional opinion with regard to the status of that road.
That's,
So that's perfectly fine. Designated as an expert in another road.
that's, that can be, our knowledge right now, we don't need. What he's presenting is his professional opinion, that's what stands right there. I know he's an expert. That's why I'm asking you on the legal standpoint. That would put,
It's,
that's great.
close, I can't. The port's the only, so that's no revenue.
I understand, but. And to where. When you take recommendation and there's an accident, immediately, I guarantee you that they're going to start looking at the county. The way I see it here, or one, two, and four, we're in a predicament here to where we would have to follow this recommendation. Okay, we don't follow through and say, oh, you know, let's follow somebody else. Maybe we could. I trust this expert opinion, but.
Somebody.
James, you're right.
This man's still working the deal.
Close it, and then or close it till another court decides what they want to do with that with the property. So I need them to have another bridge or whatever the case can be. You can always reopen it even though you close it.
I'm only here trying to protect the court, the county. That is.
Your precinct.
Well, keep us in legal. That, I move that, engineer recommendation temporary policy on 389, you see the rest of the. Let's say.
Okay, motion is second, all those in favor, raise your right hand. Any opposed, motion carried. Item number 17 is our consent agenda. We do have our reports from JP 2, 3, 4. Our departments are possible precinct 1 and 4. Our driver's license office and our IT. Our victim service coordinator, I don't know if you remember, right on about this, he, that's getting reported, Don C. for victim service. And I haven't seen, I think we can take Don. We're getting.
Motion to approve the consent agenda. Second.
Okay, got a motion and a second, all those in favor, please, raise your right hand. Okay, the item is good. Item number 18, is it? If not, let's have our updates from the commission or the precinct one.
Okay. I would like to, I'll start with Commissioner side first. Yesterday I received an email from the Wesley nurse, and this, it'll state this: I'm excited to announce that Kennedy ISD has been approved for a full-service food program through the San Antonio Food Bank. This will allow our students and families in the district to have access to the food and that they may otherwise not have enough. I'm extremely proud and thankful to that Dr. Bowers, the superintendent, and the district have moved forward with this opportunity. 24. It also happens to be the start testing day, so volunteers, staff, students will be very limited that day. Organization are able to volunteer this day to make the food distribution a success. It would be greatly appreciated. And it says I've formed contact with Lindsay Oliveris that I'm happy to work gathering the volunteers to take away the stress level. And the number to call and volunteer is 830-534-0111. Also, I've talked with the, just a Saturday, I went to I didn't know this place existed. Film web, and I went to this place in Beeville called, I think, Heritage Ranch. It is a place that operated by, people who had issues with, chemical dependency and alcohol. There's a 12-step program. They had people there that, were, I guess, telling their stories as well. And you'd be surprised at some of the people that were there. I would like to, Judge, I would like to have somebody from that group come in just to county one day if possible, just to explain what they do out there, because not many people know that they even exist. This is one of a few places, well, I think the only place between Corpus Christi and San Antonio that offers some type of help. It's a 501(c)(3). They're not asking for anything from the court, but I would like the court be able to, and the public here, to be able to hear what they have to offer. And I was invited there by Judge Steele, and in fact, Mullen, because he serves on the community out to work with us. Also, I'd like to know where we're at on our security for the courthouse. We're ready through almost half the budget year, and we have yet to do anything really, or had anything to do with the security group to increase that security for the courthouse. I just wonder where we're at. And then on the emergency management part, on April 18th, I'm going to go to Victoria. They have a hurricane conference there that's going to last 8 to 5 for that day. I'm invited there. Also, I received an email from the guy, Ricardo Saldana, he's the emergency management coordinator, emergency manager out of Hidalgo County, and their concern is that It's water. What's our water plan for South Texas? So tomorrow, tomorrow at 11 o'clock, there's at 1 o'clock, rather, there's a Zoom call being on, so we all will be talking about what we gotta do. What type of water plan do we have? I'm pretty much told Karnes County doesn't have a water plan. The cities depend on well water, we have surface water to do as some do.
You got Coon Bridge, back in the
Good. But nevertheless, the water issue is a problem. We need to, talking with Sarah and working with the, Evergreen District, we need to be prepared, because sometimes, some communities in West Texas and North Texas last year had to have water being trucked in. Bad situation. I don't want Karnes County to do that. If Candy gets their water, that's gonna help them. We've been on water restrictions for the last 10 or 15 years that I can remember. Karnes City has done a good job with their water. Fall City has water. Rumpke again is having issues with water. They need another well. And, another thing, being Rumpke, people, do not take your vacuum trucks or any type of truck and drop a hose into the sewer and unload your truck. Kills the whole sewer system for the city. Microbes, they're gone. That happened in Kennedy, and it happened in Rungy. Please, the people in Rungy are not very little there, but nevertheless, we need, if you see something, please say something. It's same thing with the oil field. If you see something, people dumping, whatever. The dumping. I found some trash on County Road 162. I called my constable Eddie Solis. He went over there, dug through the trash, found somebody from Corpus, had a plumbing company, had done some work. And they just decided, they gave the stuff to somebody to get rid of, they did right on our county road. So again, if you see something, please say something, Judge, it's all I have.
When we get to Cameron, 213-7, get pothole fixed on it. Get pothole fixed on it. Working on design on County Road 258-254 hydraulic studies for bridge design. And hopefully in the middle of May, we have a meeting in Austin. Streets in Austin. Bridge on board. Kind of. Lots of the roads, be sure you. And if you have seen anybody like Chelsea, dumping trash, feeding, call the sheriff or the constable. Because what we can do, there's a thing, about speed, and they get a lot of call. And a lot of truck traffic, truck blocking the road, call the sheriff or the constable. And County Road, Riverville Road is finished. County Road 290 in Helen is finished. County Road West Houston is in progress. We're working on it as we speak. County Road 305 is in progress of paving. County Road 266, we're still working with the landowners on the land agreements. We need to perform the construction work on that road. 290 is in progress.
Also, some, fishermen's concerned about the pretty major road project that's going to be coming up soon. Put up road bridges there and visit the landowner that primary has the lot of acres there to visit. So from there, I drove around, checked out the plan roads locally, Everything's going well with the production from Road Bridges. There is some maintenance issues we're having to address. But that does.
Item number 20 is have our reports to protect sensitive information.
Good morning, how are y'all today?
Good.
For the month of March, for the county, and current collections were $36,844.17. The current year to date is $21,403,859.13, with 97.75% collected. Last year, at the end of March, our collection, the percentage was 97.13, so we are doing better than we did last year. For the delinquent month to date, it was $4,901.29. The delinquent year to date is $53,590.15, with 10.60% collected. Today is the first day I forgot to do our collection form before I left y'all. You're busy, I do apologize for that. For the county INS, the delinquent month to date is $17.55. The delinquent year to date is $368.29, with 2.44% collected. For the road and bridge, the current month to date is $5,913.31. The current year to date is $3,453,008.02, with 97.75% collected. The delinquent month to date, the delinquent month to date is $980.80. The delinquent year to date is $10,766.43, 11% collected.
All right, our auditor. And good morning, board. Maybe each of you all some sheet like I came up with last month. So overall, revenue for the past month, our loan has to be collected by 98.94%. As far as what we did for the county. County sales tax is 52.1%. So as well as interest, everyone knows that interest is exceeding what we budgeted. So our interest today is 85%, and EMS receipts is 84%. It's incredible. It is. It really is. So as far as the expenses and so forth, so general fund, the county commission was over 6 months a year, we should have spent 50%, but again, very good stewards of the fund. Again, we're actually 16 to maybe 9% under budget right now. So we can spend 33.11%. Our non-core bills, which is the last payment, report, amount to $7,081,873.33. Majority of that is GOs, $5,564,741, which is just a flow through, we get the money requested, and we pay back the GO. Payrolls, we got 3 payrolls last month, was $4,817.31. Payroll taxes, insurance, and retirement was $616,759.49. Utilities was $49,311.48. And all miscellaneous now $6,000. Our investments at the end of the month, we had a total of $102,521,476.52, which is pretty well diversified between the 3 different. We have an investment pool. Texas Cloud, we have $34,869,836. Texas Pool, $37,149,057.20. And multi-bank, which LLC is $30,525,88.76.
See, and our report.
As of February 2024, $105,259,988
Receipts for the month of March 2024, $24,790,231.72. Disbursements for the same time period, $26,178,329.31, for an ending balance as of March 31st, 2024, $103,871,890.41.
Item number 21.
Make a motion to approve the treasurer's report as presented.
Okay, second, all those in favor, signify by raising your right hand, opposed, none. Item number 22 is our acknowledgement and discussion of personnel changes. In the sheriff's office, we got a new jailer, LPN, and Lane Simmons is back to the county as our HR coordinator. We can have the resignation in the first office, Debbie, Reach. I believe that we do have a new hire already. No retirement, we are currently hiring for your county clerk department. We got that right. The EMS department, we have an EMC, AEP. Hard Wilson Juvenile, hiring a case manager and a room facilitator. Their department maintenance is needed and control these, how many? 7. At least 7. Okay, item number 23, payment of bills. I noticed, Tom, that we had a pretty significant chunk of our bills was for liability.
Yes, that is correct. The total for the general fund this time is 195,874, which flag road and bridge total to 364,000 rounded. So just slight changes of mileage reimbursement that I had adjusted, so the bill went down to $50.99. So the total amount for today is $575,877 as a judgment for the liability measure.
For all the insurances that we.
Oh, no,
Remember when I looked at?
yes, that's correct. Yes. Yeah. It's what a road bridge and us.
Just have a question on the, Mr. Comment. You know, if you look at the judicial, I know we have to provide attorneys, juvenile, and adults as well. Many of these are sitting there and just waiting to get moved on down the road. I mean, like their probation, revocation, or whatever they are, what are we doing to get these people out of our jail? Because right now, we have no more room in our jail. And we have to make room now for female offenders, and it's just, we're just running out. And some of these need to go to TDC or wherever we need to send them, but is there any efforts trying to make something happen before we end up having to have another surgery on one or two of them that's gonna cost us a ton of money?
In my court, a lot of the time, sometimes, I can't do the case, and the attorney box can't do the case, and then it develops, and so they get tied up, it drags it along there. I agree. My docket is stagnant, or,
Well, is the DA not moving these people, or what's going on? I mean, I would like, there's gotta be some way, Judge, that I'm just trying to get some relief for them.
Wilson County, I mean, this is an expense that these inmates up, unfortunately, the county have to absorb. No way to get around it. I know juvenile program can place them.
I'll move.
Motion and a second, all those in favor, signify by raising your right hand. Anybody opposed, item 24, now Commissioner's Court will meet on April 3rd. Back over is our historic court meeting at 101, 110 Avenue. 100, North Detective 78, number 25.